Hi, I'm Ken Miller, Director of Entertainment for the Broadmoor Hotel. Welcome to Broadmoor Entertainment's Interview Cafe. Hi, today I'm talking with an American musical legend. His incredible career started by touring with George Benson when he was a teenager. He's had 13 Grammy nominations, record sales in the multi-millions, countless hours of radio play, and many world tours. He has performed and recorded with some of the most influential musicians of our time: George Shearing, Chick Corea, Yusef Lateef, Bob James, George Duke, Al Jarreau, and the list just goes on and on. He's a composer, having his music recorded by Aretha Franklin, Roberta Flack, and Mary J. Blige, and many more outstanding American artists. So today, I'm honored to talk with Earl Klughs. Hi, Earl.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm great, and thank you so much for coming in and spending your time with us today. Really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for inviting me. This is wonderful for me. Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, Earl, one of the reasons I do this program is for people to understand how really great musicians do what they do in the area of creativity. So could you tell us maybe about your process of what you go with writing a new arrangement or perhaps a new song?
Oh, sure. You know, the arrangement thing is for me, it's a constantly evolving thing once I've written a piece. You know, it usually either starts on the guitar or the piano, usually on the piano, because I like to start with an instrument that I'm not so familiar with, so I don't fall into cliches on my instrument. And once I establish a melody and I get a basic idea, then it becomes a thing where, well, if I need something more sophisticated or you know, I call on my guitar. But what happens for me with an arrangement is some songs, they kind of just exist as a melody for a while, and then you get an idea for the rhythmic way you want it to go. You know, it's purely a thing of choices, what feels right at the time, and you know, I kind of labor over these things, and I spend a lot of time deciding exactly which direction to go. Some songs have actually taken me years to record, even when the melodies are finished, because I can't decide on exactly how to do it. So I'm a pretty fair melody writer, and I'm
I'll say
pretty. It takes me a long time with the arrangement, and or even if it's not, you know, the actual concept of how to present the song. But I usually get there. I make tapes of a lot of things. You know, I had a thing that happened a couple years ago where there was a tape in my piano bench. I had moved a couple times, and there was you know, several melodies that I had basically forgotten. I said, well, this is good. It gives me something else to work on. Yeah. Once in a while, it'll all come to me at once. You know, the music and how to play it and the whole thing. Or, you know, sometimes I'll just write like little classical type of guitar pieces. The record I'm working on now, I'm actually going to do one piece that is kind of classical in nature that I wrote, and another just solo guitar. And then another piece I'm going to do is more jazz in nature. And it's interesting because one is in E minor and the other one is in E flat major, but they're both 6/8 time, you know. So these will kind of be just kind of interspersed between the band tunes and the other things, you know.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
it's purely a thing of there's no rhyme or reason. It's just kind of how it hits me.
Oh, that's so interesting. You know, when you did Liquid Guitar, there's a tune on there from Wizard of Oz that you did. Ding Dong,
the Witch is Dead.
The Witch is Dead.
Yes.
Oh my, that is the coolest arrangement. I love that.
Oh yeah, I had a lot of fun. That's kind of my tribute to Chet Atkins, because you know, so much of his what I call the fun, the humorous nature of some of the things he did. It's to me, that's very important in music, to always keep that kind of you know, everything is not always serious, or
right.
you know. So it was a lot of fun. doing that.
It just comes off so fun. I mean, and that whole CD, I mean, we just listen to it all the time. My wife and I, you know, she just loves that CD.
Yeah.
We just have a great time with it, listening to it. So, I mean, thanks for doing it.
Oh, absolutely.
really love it. Well, I have another question for you, if it's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Could you tell us maybe about your Broadmoor experience? Like, you know, have you had a pleasant time here? You've been here a while, 4 years.
Gosh, you know, that pleasant time is quite an understatement. I tell you, you know, every time we come here, there's something that I haven't discovered, or, you know, the only drawback for me is I don't have enough time to get to everything I want to do. So every year I plan out what it is I can maybe get to do, you know, aside from the actually working with the, you know, all of the people who come into town and all of the fans, you know, which is great. For me, this is like a once in a lifetime experience to be able to do something along these lines every year. Watch, you know, a lot of the same people come back, and
that is great.
Yeah, you know, and you get to know people too. I mean, I mean, literally, I've gotten to know probably a good 20, 30 people well that I would have never met.
Just good friends.
Yeah, just good friends. Yeah, and I mean, that to me is what it's really about. You know, because so much of my career has been just one city to the next, and it's very regimented. And this really is. It's I'm sure it's much more fun for me than it is for anybody else.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh yeah,
man, we have a blast when you're here.
Yeah, I mean, everything here at the hotel is just like it's you can't imagine. You know, it's just it's like last night we checked in, and I have a little 5-pound poodle, Lucy. I think you already know. But we go to the desk and we're checking in, and you know, it's not late, but it's like 10 o'clock, and the girl behind the desk and said, well, this is for Lucy, and they had an engraved pin for Lucy, you know, you know, and I'm like, you know, how do you guys keep up with all of this, you know, with everything?
It's amazing.
Oh, it really,
some of these people they're so on it.
Yeah,
I know it, and it comes from Aunt Alba, I guarantee it. Am I right?
Yeah.
Well, Earl, this has just been awesome for me to be able to spend time with you during this busy schedule. I mean, for the next few days, you're just going to be rehearsing and getting ready for the incredible shows that you put on all these years. And it's just been an honor to be with you.
Oh, it's just great to be here. It really is. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Well, that's it for now, and thank you so much. For more information about Earl, you can just go to earlklugh.com. And that's it for today. Have a great day.